Welcome to the Rock Train. Tonight we have a very special guest again on the Rock Train. For the third time, we welcome Orianthi. Hi there.
Hey. How you guys doing?
Very well. And Mark's with us as well.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks very much for coming onto the show tonight. It's great to speak to you yet again. And,
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
That's all right. And the big news is that your album, your long-awaited album, is due for release in just a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, I started this record quite some time ago, and then we did like 8 tracks in Nashville at Blackbird Studios in like a day. And then I went on tour with Alice Cooper for about a year, and then came back and finished it off. And yeah, so Single Frozen is kind of out now, and the album's coming out March 12th. And, you know, it's just basically a collection of songs. It was just really free, like, writing this record. Like, didn't think too much, just what came naturally. And it's kind of like voodoo rock blues, but it's really like versatile. But just had a blast making it with Dave Stewart.
Yeah, I love that description, voodoo rock blues. That's great. That's
great.
You
know, it's kind of got, and then some will say it's got a bit of like a sprinkling of country in it, but not too much. You know, I guess because of lap steel and I'm playing banjo in it as well. But you know, I think it's predominantly sort of got like a Delta blues feel to it, like Heaven in the Towel, and you know, it's got this sort of eeriness that goes through each track. You know.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different influences there. A lot of Hendrix riffs and things like that.
When it comes to the blues, Orianthi, what kind of blues players do you listen to, or have you listened to in the past?
Well, I started learning electric guitar because of Carlos Santana, and then I got into Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Freddie King, Albert King, you know, Robert Johnson, Eric Clapton. So my dad had an amazing record collection, and so I would just be totally engrossed in that and come home from school and just lock myself away for like 5-6 hours listening to blues records and trying to learn the solos, you know. And at school, I'd be reading guitar magazines under the desk. So not doing schoolwork. Like, yeah, it's terrible.
That's so different, isn't it, from comics and stuff? I was reading guitar mags. How cool is that?
I know. And you're on the front of Guitar World, I think, this month. Is that right? I think.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
that is like, you're super kind of surreal, actually.
Yeah.
You know, reading those magazines, you know, a lot, these guitar magazines, and so to have their support means a lot. And to be able to inspire more players is great. More girls, guys, you know, stick at it. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask a couple of questions that were sent in by some fans that we contacted on Twitter, which is really nice of them. One of them was about Dave Stewart, actually. They wanted to know what he was like to work with. You know, they think he's a pretty fun guy. Was that the case when you sat down with him?
Oh, yeah. He's so much fun to work with. He's just, like, full of ideas, and he's not boxed in, and he's really encouraging. You know, I've known Dave for about 2 years now. We've been writing songs, and we sort of just started sort of jamming blues and just writing a ton of songs and not really thinking, oh, we're making an album now. You know, so we had so many songs. Dave called me, he was like, in Nashville, hey, Ori, come over to Nashville and check out this band I'm recording with. And I did. I loved them, loved the studio, and so went back like 2 weeks after and started making my album with him. And yeah, he's just a really talented like guitar player, producer, songwriter, and just a really cool person. It's a lot of fun working with him.
And one unusual question that was asked was, did you write any of the new album, or any of the tracks for the new album on the bass?
I actually played bass on Frozen.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's just bass around. I'm like, oh, I want to play bass on this track. And the first album I did at home, I sort of played all the instruments on, and I'm sort of a frustrated drummer as well. I love, but the problem is here in LA, because, you know, I live in this apartment, I can't have drums, the drum kit. They already hate me because of my Pomeranian and my guitar.
You can buy those electric pads and just get some headphones. That'd be quite cool.
I know, I was thinking, I was looking at one of those, actually.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or if you want the cheap version, just get the old pots and pans out from the kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a conga here, which I love. But yeah, I mean, I just think that I already give my neighbours enough grief until I get out of here. Every time I walk out with my dogs in the morning, they just look down. They really dislike me. So.
Now, you are coming back to the UK with Alice, would I be correct in saying, for his one show this year in the UK?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know we're coming over there there. Yeah, I can't wait to come back over there. I love Europe. I love the UK, London. You know, it's just, it has such a different vibe from anywhere else. You know, growing up in Australia and then coming over to the States, you know, it's such a different sort of thing. And then going over there and just, I don't know, the people are cool. It's like the fashion. I just love the music. We were on later with Jules Holland, and you know, some of the bands that come out, they're just really cool. You know, they're not sort of, they do their own thing, and I dig that.
Yeah. Would you? I mean, would you be doing any shows yourself while you're over here?
Yeah, we're actually putting together some stuff right now before I head out with Alice. So I might be coming over there pretty soon, and then Japan and Australia.
Excellent. Wow. And you were with you were at Bloodstock last year, and you know the vibe in that place is just amazing. You know.
Oh yeah, the energy was great there. You know, it's really cool, and I love playing festivals because everyone's sort of just, you know, they're all standing up, and it's so different from when you're, you know, playing like the theatre shows where there's seats. I really don't like seats, you know, when we're playing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, I don't know if people
I hate seats as well.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, when you want that energy from the crowd and standing and just sort of like getting into it, and that's what I love about festivals. You know, everyone's just like wanting to have fun.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we saw you at Bloodstock, and it was a great night there. And the show was closed really well. It's brilliant.
So much fun playing with Alice. Like, really, like, it's like a big party, this crazy sort of horror party every night on stage. And, you know, I think I was going through Bloodstock. I had blood all over my face and writing things on my arm. It was kind of this Orianthi thing going on. You know, so change it up every sort of tour we're sort of going on. And, you know, because we did a whole new, like, sort of set we've been sort of touring with. And there's, like, pyro, which I'm really excited about. I was really excited about, like, we're bringing pyro in and everything. It's like, it's awesome. I love it. And then we went through with Iron Maiden, which was like a blast too.
Yeah.
So, Orianthi, coming back to your album, what can the fans or listeners expect to hear from the tracks on your album? What sort of styles will there be on there?
Well, it's really sort of like riff-based. Every song sort of started with a guitar riff, you know, and it's got kind of, as I said before, sort of this like voodoo sort of rock sound, and it goes into the blues with like How Do You Sleep, and then, you know, it sort of starts off like in hell and then sort of goes to heaven. Like musically, I wanted it to, you know, end If You Were Here With Me, sort of in this you know, lighter sort of spot. And that's kind of the whole idea with this record. It's like it's going on a journey, you know, and for the show that I want to put together, it's going to probably start in hell and then go to heaven, like visually and musically too.
Yeah, I think that's the right way around, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of red lights, although some would say it the other way, wouldn't they? I mean, I start in heaven and I work my way to hell and just stay there.
Yeah, right.
So
will your album be made available on vinyl this time round? That's one of the questions we've been asked.
One of the fans asked that.
I mean, I myself love vinyl.
I would like it too. I want to ask my record label dude and see if he can do that. That'd be awesome.
Now, obviously, you have played with so many people. I could reel out so many names at the moment. But who is left on your bucket list that you would love to play with?
I would probably say like B.B. King. I got to meet him at when I played the Grammy Awards in like '09. He was backstage, and it was a real moment because I was just like, oh my gosh, B.B. King. And I was kind of speechless. You know, I didn't know what to say, but just like, you know, he really inspired me, and you know, he's just incredible. And he was very sweet, and I got to take a photo with him. And I would love to do like a song that would be so cool. And you know, Keith Urban I think is great as well. And,
he gets an awful lot of coverage over there, doesn't he?
I'm sorry?
Keith Urban gets a lot of coverage over there. He's very popular over in the US.
Oh, very, definitely. He tours a lot, and his show is just amazing. He puts on a great show. And, you know, when you listen to his records, you hear the great guitar playing, you see him live, and he's, like, rocking it out.
Yeah.
I love it. And also, one of my favorite new artists is Gary Clark Jr. He's really great.
Oh, right, okay. That's something I'm going to have to check out.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's kind of like Lenny Kravitz meets like John Lee Hooker or something.
Oh, right. Excellent. And who have you played with so far that has been kind of like a wow moment where you couldn't stop shaking and get yourself together? Or does that happen every single time?
You know, honestly, like when I first got to jam with Santana when I was like 18, that was like a moment where it's like, oh my God, because he's the reason why I play guitar. And then I get jam with him quite a few times, and every time I'm just completely like in awe of him. And, I don't even want to play, I just want to hear him play, because he just takes you to church with playing. He's so great. And I was playing, because he was being honoured at the Hendrix Museum up in Seattle, and I was asked to play with Johnny Lang and play some songs. And we played a bunch of songs, and he was sitting, at the table and watching, and for a rehearsal, he was sitting on the couch watching me play, like, Jungle Strut and some of his, old songs and his solos and stuff. And I felt, like, super nervous, I'm like, I don't get nervous that often, actually, but I was, like, going, like, you have to go up on stage here, because when he's on stage and jamming, it's not, it's still kind of crazy, but when he's watching, and I was like, oh, my God, like, I told him that, I was like, I can't, this is crazy. And he's just, a really great person, too, been very encouraging, as I said, always been in awe of him. And then when I got to, play and jam with, Michael Jackson, I mean, that was crazy. That was, especially auditioning for him, that was insane. I have, a few of those sort of moments of just it being like, this is, it's really surreal,
Yeah, I've witnessed Carlos Santana in Las Vegas a few years back, and he just makes it seem effortless, absolutely effortless. It's amazing to see,
Yeah, it just, the way he plays guitar, it's like it's part of him, it's not like it's a guitar he's holding you, it's like he expresses himself so well. And that's what really inspires me, is that, it just, every note, like, speaks really deep, he just puts everything into it. It's very soulful, and that, it was like, as soon as I heard Europa, when he played Europa, that was the beautiful melody and the solo and everything was just like, wow, this is awesome.
I mean, this may be a kind of rock and metal show, but I would urge anybody to go out and get some Carlos Santana, because it's just amazing music. It
magical,
really is.
Isn't it?
It is indeed. Now, obviously, being a female in a male-dominated world, do you find a lot of females treat you as like a role model, or do you see yourself as a role model to many females out there?
Just a lot of messages through Twitter and Facebook saying that you inspired me to play guitar, or, inspired me to keep on going and keeping at it, because it's like, seeing that, you're touring and doing this for a living, they want to, pursue it as well. And from young kids, and then, I could get messages probably 3 years ago from when they saw, according to my first singles, and they've been playing guitar since then. They send me links to their YouTube videos, them playing, and they're really great, and I love that. It's like, or I see different players at NAMM, and there's more and more girl guitar players now, which is awesome, because it's like my ninth year going to the music convention show out here in LA, the NAMM show, and
yes.
I see more and more female guitar players, drummers, bass players.
Brilliant. I just wanted to say thanks very much for speaking to us tonight again, Orianthi, and wish you well with the album. Have you got any messages for the listeners before you go?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for their support, and I can't wait to come over there and start touring with my band. My album comes out March 12th, Heaven in This Hell, and my single Frozen is out now, and I hope you guys dig it. Thank you for your support, having me on the show.
Yeah, check it out, because it is a great single. It really is.
And it's a great video on YouTube as well, and I wish you all the best with it.
And we shall catch up with you when you come to the UK again, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let you guys know I'm out there.
Yeah,
sure.
we'll hook up again. Thanks for your time again.
Take care.
Thank you.
And you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.